Imagine Kshitigarbha descending into the deepest hell realms, his golden light cutting through absolute darkness, surrounded by screaming beings twisted in suffering, and he refuses to leave. He makes a vow so radical, so impossible that even other bodhisattvas pause. He will not become a Buddha until every single hell is emptied, until the last tortured soul is free. In a world where we scroll past suffering daily, where we numb ourselves to pain we can't fix, this story adds something that stops us cold. What if someone actually meant it? What if liberation wasn't just a personal escape hatch, but a refusal to rest while others suffer? Let's begin.
Today, we explore the profound story and timeless teachings of Kshitigarbha. Let's begin. In our fast-paced modern world, where suffering often feels isolated and invisible, the story of Kshitigarbha resonates deeply. He embodies a powerful promise to confront and relieve suffering wherever it exists, not by retreat or escape, but through unwavering compassion and dedication. The origin of Kshitigarbha's vow lies in a poignant tale from the Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva Fundamental Vow Sutra, a story as vivid as it is transformative. Long ago, in a time marked by ancient rites and bustling villages, a Brahman woman was devastated when her beloved mother died and was said to be reborn in hell due to her misdeeds. Overwhelmed by sorrow and desperate to help, she made fervent offerings, incense wafting through the air, flowers vibrant and fresh, and prayers echoing with heartfelt devotion before a sacred stupa dedicated to the awakened. By flower meditation, self-mastery, King Tathagata. The atmosphere was hushed, sacred light shimmering around the shrine as she dedicated all the merit from her offerings to her mother's liberation. In a powerful vision, the woman suddenly witnessed her mother's ascent to a heavenly realm, freed from suffering. This revelation sparked a great compassion within her, one that could not rest. She vowed, through all future kalpas, for the sake of all suffering sentient beings, I shall provide extensive expedient means for their deliverance and liberation. This vow was no fleeting sentiment, but a lifelong compass directing her path towards saving all beings trapped in pain. Years later, this vow found embodiment in Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva himself. Before Shakyamuni Buddha, Kshitigarbha reaffirmed his promise, receiving divine powers from past Buddhas to aid beings especially during the degenerate age. The time between Shakyamuni's parinirvana and the future arising of Maitreya Buddha, when suffering multiplies and spiritual guidance is desperately needed. As Kshitigarbha, he traverses the 6 realms of existence, the heavens, humans, asuras, animals, hungry ghosts, and hell beings, focusing particularly on those undergoing the harshest torments of hell. With his staff, known as the Kakara, he opens the gates of hell not as a conqueror, but as a liberator, offering relief and escape to imprisoned souls. In his other hand, he carries a wish-fulfilling pearl, illuminating even the darkest corners where hope once seemed lost. His compassionate actions are not limited to myth, but serve as a living example of renunciation and perseverance. His resolve to delay his own Buddhahood symbolizes the bodhisattva ideal of selfless dedication to others. 3 key teachings emerge from Kshitigarbha's story, each carrying profound relevance for us today. The first is boundless compassion. Kshitigarbha teaches that suffering anywhere, no matter how hidden or extreme, demands our attention and care. In a world where pain is often marginalized or ignored, the homeless, the sick, the mentally anguished, his example calls us to extend empathy beyond comfort zones, to see and serve those in need without hesitation. The second teaching is the power of vows and commitment. Kshitigarbha's unwavering promise to remain until all hells are emptied exemplifies spiritual endurance. In modern terms, this is a challenge to cultivate resilience in our own pursuits of justice, kindness, or healing. Whether we face personal struggles, systemic injustice, or environmental crises, his motto reminds us that transformation often comes through persistent, dedicated action over time, not instant fixes. Finally, Kshitigarbha embodies the wisdom of interdependence and liberation. His journey across the 6 realms highlights that suffering and salvation are interconnected. Each realm represents states of mind and conditions we encounter within ourselves and others. By offering light amid darkness and opening doors of possibility, he symbolizes the potential for liberation inherent in every situation. This teaches us to embrace complexity, recognizing that helping others and healing ourselves are intertwined endeavors. Today, Kshitigarbha remains a beacon in Mahayana Buddhism and beyond, inspiring those who face death, despair, or overwhelming challenges. His story invites us to hold space for suffering without turning away, to cultivate unshakable compassion, and to act with relentless hope. Majestic white lights spiral around the towering golden statue of Kshitigarbha, illuminating a serene temple courtyard at dawn. A vast lotus garden spreads beneath a clear azure sky as Kshitigarbha, radiant and serene, holds his staff and pearl, surrounded by gentle breeze and blooming flowers.
Kshitigarbha teaches us that compassion isn't a feeling, it's a commitment. You don't have to save everyone to honor his path, but you can ask yourself this week, where am I turning away from suffering? Because it feels too big. What small radius of pain could I actually tend to? Maybe it's reaching out to someone you've avoided. Maybe it's sitting with your own hurt instead of distracting from it. Maybe it's showing up for one person when you feel inadequate. The Bodhisattva knew he couldn't liberate all beings through grand gestures alone, only through the steady, unglamorous work of showing up again and again. That's not a burden. That's freedom disguised as presence. If this story lit something in you, subscribe so we can explore more figures who refuse to accept the world as it is. Stay rooted in the wisdom of the ages.